Alright, welcome back everybody. Hope you're having a great day. Today we're talking about a nurse, right? Who is also a TikToker. Now, right off the bat, you probably sense a disturbance in the force. Something's wrong here, right? Nothing good can ever come from TikTok. You've probably learned that from my channel by now. But, if you were anything like me, you probably smiled when you heard she was a nurse and then frowned when the TikTok part showed up. But this nurse is not your typical nurse. She's one who loves doing things that are completely opposite to her profession and pretty much just go against most, if not all, of her supposed principles as a nurse. For some reason, this nurse loves to brag on TikTok about breaking the virus guidelines. So pretty much what she does, she goes on TikTok and uses her pitiful platform to talk about how she doesn't wear masks, doesn't stay put, she goes traveling and stuff, and even lets her kids play outside with other kids normally. So she's literally out here using her platform to promote not wearing masks and not following general pandemic guidelines that have been laid out by the majority of society, and she's promoting this on TikTok, right? And TikTok is obviously filled with young, impressionable kids. I mean, if you believe that it's filled with adults who are just delusional at this point. And moreover, right, she's a nurse, right? A legitimate nurse, and, you know, she wears her costume in her TikToks. I mean, maybe costume's not the right word, I mean, wardrobe or whatever of a nurse, right? The nurse clothes. And, yeah, people are just gonna take her word for it because she's actually a legitimate nurse, and all these young kids are having, like, this terrible influence, pretty much. Now, the reason this is different from, like, an average, like, TikToker promoting it or just a random, you know, influencer promoting it is because she's a nurse, obviously. And, here's the definition of a nurse, right? A person trained to care for the sick or infirm, especially in a hospital. Okay, so surely someone who cares for the sick on a regular basis, and that is literally your life and your livelihood, surely that type of person should be more mindful than the average person, or at least as mindful as the average person of the, you know, virus guidelines. And you know what really perplexes me is that I don't understand why, because, you know, usually people don't wear masks, or the people who don't do that are like Karens, right, who think that the virus is a hoax or some garbage like that. But I gotta assume that since she's a nurse, she thinks that it's not a hoax, right? She probably you can see the victims in the hospital, and at that point you're like, okay, it's real. So why are you still encouraging this type of lifestyle? Unless you're literally that delusional, I really don't see what's going on here. And honestly, it doesn't really matter which type of nurse she is, like which field she's in, because when a layman or when an actual person, like a regular person, hears the term nurse, they'll just take you more seriously, right? But here's a quick factoid: she's an oncology nurse, and you might be wondering what oncology is. Well, here it is. Oncology is the study of cancer. An oncologist is a doctor who treats cancer and provides medical care for a person diagnosed with cancer. The field of oncology has three major areas: medical, surgical, and radiation. Now listen, I'm not too familiar with the medical field, but based on this definition, I assume she cares for people with cancer, right? She gets patients with cancer and she cares for them. So if you are out here not even respecting basic guidelines in public and on a social media platform and bragging about it, how can I possibly expect you to perform your job to any degree of resourcefulness or any degree of capability? Like, how can you trust a person like this to take care of cancer patients? I mean, if you don't care about anybody else or the general public when you're walking around, why would you care about patients that come to you in aid? Like, I really hope at least, like, during your job you do it properly, because I can't imagine cancer patients being mistreated or mishandled in any way, because that's just an awful thing to think about. So here we have one of her TikToks, right? Here we have, like, another nurse reacting to this nurse's TikTok. Now, the TikTok is obviously just copyrighted music and, you know, her screaming, pretending to be scared at, like, breaking guidelines or whatever. No real point in playing that, I'll just get claimed. But take a look at the text here. When my coworkers find out that I still travel, don't wear a mask when I'm out, and let my kids have play dates. And then this is one of her coworkers responding, saying, imagine being an oncology nurse during a pandemic and bragging about not taking precautions. So let me get this straight, right? She's literally at work right now. She's supposed to be taking care of cancer patients, right? Because she's an oncology nurse. And she pulls out her phone in the middle of work and pulls out her TikTok, records a video about how she still travels, still doesn't wear a mask when she goes outside, and still lets her kids have play dates. So you don't care about the general public, right? We've established that with the mask thing. So you don't care about the patients either, because you would obviously follow precautions and not be recording TikToks during work if you had any care for them at all. And the thing that gets me the most out of all of this, right? Suppose you don't care about other people. Okay, right? Whatever. But you don't even care about your own kids. That's just gotta be the worst part, because everybody else is bad enough, right? But your own family, like your own kids, you don't want them to not get the virus. You don't want them to take precautions to be safe. You just seem like the most irresponsible person on planet Earth. Like, irresponsible as a nurse, irresponsible as a parent, irresponsible as a general member of society. Like, why did they give you this job in the first place? Like, you know, nurses are, like, in general, right, loved and respected for working tirelessly during a pandemic. Like, just healthcare workers potentially are risking their own lives when taking care of people. But you were out here getting our praise for absolutely no reason. You don't deserve any of this. It is appalling that you are in the position of power you are right now, and you are flaunting it like this on TikTok. Of all platforms, TikTok, dude. Without a care. Okay, it wouldn't be any better if it was another place, but I'm just saying, like, TikTok just attracts these people, dude. But every story has a happy ending, okay? Because as of today, after the TikTok went viral and, you know, enough backlash happened and the internet went bonkers, the nurse has been relieved of duty. This is a massive dub if I've ever seen one. Recently, I saw this headline: nurse who bragged about breaking virus rules on TikTok has lost her job. Listen, whether or not you believe in, like, karma or anything, I think we can all agree that what she did was just objectively stupid. Like, even if you are this horrible person, right, why would you brag about it on social media? That you actually have to be pea-brain. Like, who actually thinks I'm gonna post something that literally goes against everything my job stands for, and nobody's gonna see it, my boss definitely won't see it or anything, and I definitely won't get fired? Like, if anything, you had this coming, right? It was so obvious. Honestly, I gotta say, like, this one time, I am actually grateful for TikTok, because if it weren't for TikTok, maybe she never would have recorded it and she would have got to keep her job. It's like this magical mirror, right, that just reveals the garbage in you. It makes you confess your sins. So apparently her name is Grams, right? Grams was put on administrative leave after the video, just posted on November 27, went viral on the video sharing app. It has since been taken down, but continues to circulate through at least one or another TikTok user who posted a version to their own account. The classic mistake when you try to put something on the internet and then delete it. Like, it's never gonna go away. Especially when you wanted the attention in the first place. Like, you specifically posted that to TikTok to, you know, get attention and be with these edgy people or whatever who, you know, love to break rules. Now, obviously, after the video went viral, the hospital had to respond as well, and they said that the video displayed cavalier disregard for the seriousness of the pandemic and her indifference towards physical distancing and masking outside of work. We also want to assure you that this one careless statement does not reflect the position of Salem Health or the hardworking and dedicated caregivers who work here. Salem Health believes that we need to do our part to protect the vulnerable and stop the rapid spread of the virus. Okay, so this is obviously a perfectly okay response. I mean, it's not like the entire hospital's fault that one nurse is a complete loony. I mean, I imagine, like, she's just a bad egg, right? I imagine the rest of the nurses are perfectly fine. But I gotta say, this is just another lesson to all of us, because be careful when posting on social media, like, especially if you have a job or something, and, you know, you post about stuff in your social media just without a care in the world, not expecting your coworkers to see or your boss to see. But trust me, dude, like, people literally hire specific people to watch your social media accounts. Like, there is someone cyber stalking you 100%. I don't know about real life stalking, but, you know, cyber stalking 100%. I know it's really weird, but I mean, can you really blame them when stuff like this is going on? It's got to be, like, necessary, right? Because they can quickly find out stuff about their employees, right? And get rid of people who are not who they say they are, like this nurse. Like, for all we know, this nurse was acting like a saint at work and then going outside and just preaching the complete opposite message, right? That's just unacceptable because you're a nurse. And I know there's gonna be people in the comments saying, oh, it's after hours, she can do whatever she wants. First off, she was doing it at work. Second off, even if it's, like, after hours, like, she's literally in her bedroom and doing this TikTok, it doesn't like your job doesn't like disappear the second you're off work, right? There's something to uphold as being a nurse. Like it's a pillar, right? It's someone who's looked up to, it's someone who's respected. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying like restrict yourself to only your job or whatever, but like you have to uphold certain values, right? You can't expect to be a nurse and preach the complete opposite message. It just doesn't align, you know? Anyways, I just wanted to rant about this absolutely pathetic nurse today. I don't know who she was trying to appeal to on TikTok, but hopefully not many kids were influenced by her, and good thing she lost her job, dude. She is definitely not fit to be around cancer patients. Anyways, that's all I wanted to say. Thank you so much for watching. Do subscribe if you're new. Hit the bell to never miss an upload. Smash like, and yeah, that's about it. Leave a comment, tell me what you thought, and yeah, dude, stay safe, stay awesome, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.